ever feel like God is silent? Have you struggled to hear His voice amid the noise of life, worry, and distractions? Today, we'll explore how to recognize God's gentle voice, the biblical truth about His communication, and practical steps to attune your heart and mind to His guidance. 1. Understanding God's soft voice. 1 Kings 19:11-12. The Lord said, "Go out and stand on the mountain in the presence of the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by." Then a great and powerful wind tore through the mountains. After the wind came an earthquake, and after the earthquake came a fire. But the Lord was not in the wind, the earthquake, or the fire. And after the fire came a gentle whisper. God often speaks, not through dramatic signs, but in a gentle, quiet whisper. His voice brings peace, clarity, and guidance, not chaos or fear. John 10:27. My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me. Listening to God requires stillness, attention, and a heart attuned to His Spirit. 2. Why God speaks softly? To draw you closer. God's gentle voice encourages intimacy, not fear. Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. To cultivate patience and trust. Waiting and listening develop faith and reliance on God's wisdom. Isaiah 30:21. Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." God's voice is often subtle, requiring a quiet and receptive heart. 3. Obstacles to hearing God. Noise and distractions. Daily busyness can drown out God's whisper. Doubt and unbelief. Unbelief can make His voice seem silent. Hebrews 3:7-8. Today, if you hear His voice, do not harden your hearts. Unconfessed sin or guilt. Emotional and spiritual clutter can block sensitivity to God's voice. Psalm 66:18. If I had cherished sin in my heart, the Lord would not have listened. 4. How to listen for God's voice. Create quiet moments. Daily silence allows God's whisper to emerge. Meditate on Scripture. Psalm 119:105. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. God often speaks through His word. Pray with expectation. Ask God to reveal His guidance and be ready to obey. James 1:5. If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. Reflect and journal. Write thoughts, impressions, and confirmations to distinguish God's voice from your own mind. Part 5. Signs you're hearing God. Peace accompanies His guidance. Colossians 3:15. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. Scripture aligns with what you sense. Wise counsel confirms His message. His voice inspires obedience, hope, and clarity rather than fear or confusion. God's voice comforts, directs, and encourages, never condemns. Part 6. Biblical examples of listening to God. Samuel as a child. 1 Samuel 3:9-10. Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. Mary's response to Gabriel. Luke 1:38. I am the Lord's servant. May your word to me be fulfilled. Jesus in the wilderness. He spent time in prayer and solitude, listening for guidance from the Father. Luke 5:16. But Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. 7. Practical steps to hear God daily. Morning devotions. Begin the day with prayer and scripture meditation. midday pause. Pause in silence, even for 5 minutes, to invite God's guidance. Evening reflection. Review the day, noting moments where God's direction appeared. Spiritual disciplines. Fasting, journaling, and worship enhance sensitivity to His voice. 8. Affirmations for hearing God. God speaks to me gently and clearly. I am attentive and receptive to His guidance. His Spirit leads me in truth and peace. I trust the quiet voice of God above all distractions. Isaiah 30:21. Your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." 9. Integrating God's voice into life. Respond immediately when you sense God's guidance. Avoid overthinking or doubting His whisper. Surround yourself with a faith community that encourages listening to God. Consistency develops spiritual discernment and emotional clarity. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. Listening to God requires discipline, patience, and faith, but His gentle voice brings wisdom, peace, and reassurance. Friend, God speaks softly, and He longs for you to hear Him. By creating quiet spaces, meditating on Scripture, praying with expectation, and journaling impressions, you can attune your heart to His gentle guidance. Share this video with someone who struggles to hear God. Subscribe for more teachings on faith and mental health. Remember, even when life is loud and overwhelming, God's soft whisper brings clarity, peace, and hope. Thanks for watching, and God bless you.